Good morning, all of you. Myself is Siddhappa Channapakoti. I am from Rabakavi. Let me ask you some questions. Do all of us know that who ruled us before India got its independence? Absolutely, we know that the British ruled us before India got its independence. Okay, who were the British? The British were people from England, which is a country in the Europe continent. Okay, why did they come to India? They came to India only to carry on trade, not to rule us. Okay, so like the British, many people from other countries like Portugal, Netherlands, etc., came to India with the sole objective of carrying on trade. Okay, now in the lesson, the advent of Europeans, the advent of Europeans to India. We are going to know why the Europeans came to India and their consequences on the people of India. Okay, advent means arrival, coming. Advent means arrival, coming, or reaching a place, a territory. Europeans were the people of different countries from Europe continent. They came to India one by one, not all at a time. Okay, they came to India one after another with the purpose of carrying on trade in India. Okay, first of all, the Portuguese came to India. Vasco da Gama, Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese sailor, on 17th May, on 17th May 1498, reached Calicut in Kerala. Okay, this was the first sea route found to India by the Europeans. Vasco da Gama got permission from Jamorin, the king of Calicut, where he reached, permission to carry on trade. Okay, then in 1509, Albuquerque became the Portuguese viceroy to India. 1509, who became viceroy? Albuquerque. Albuquerque became Portuguese viceroy of India in 1509. In 1510, in the next year and in the following year, he took Goa from 1510. He took Goa from the Bijapur Sultan. Okay, obtained Goa in 1510 from Bijapur Sultan. Later, the Portuguese established their trade centers in many parts of the India. Okay, then there are many reasons for their decline. One of them is the British army was superior to the Portuguese one. British had a stronger army as compared to the Portuguese one. Then Portuguese officials tried to convert the people of India to their religion, that is Christianity. Okay, this also enraged people and they started to oppose the Portuguese. Most importantly, the decline of Vijayanagara, with which the Portuguese had close relations, when it lost its glory, automatically the Portuguese also started to decline in India. Okay. Then came the Dutch. Second one, the Dutch. The Dutch were from Netherlands. Netherlands country in Europe continent. They came from Netherlands, so they are called Dutch. Okay. They also came and established many trade centers. Ultimately, they fought with the British in wars with the British. They were defeated and reduced to lower position. Okay, and then they left India. Okay, let us identify the trade centers of all of these Europeans. Okay, now we have to draw Indian map. Okay, this is India. Goa was the capital of the Portuguese. Okay, then came Dutch. The Dutch had Pulicat as their capital city. Okay, in the wars with the British, the Dutch were defeated and went out of India. The third one, the British who came to India. The British and the Dutch established in 1602 the Dutch East India Company to trade in India with eastern countries. So, okay, then the British came and their first intention was to carry on trade only in India, but not to rule over Indian territory. At that time, our Indian political situation was deteriorating very in weak condition. Getting the advantage of such a situation, the British started to establish their roots in India and started ruling over Indian territories. In 1600, they got permission from the Queen Elizabeth and established the the British East India Company. 1600, the British East India Company. They established the British East India Company to trade with Eastern countries like India. Okay. Sir Thomas Roe visited the court of Mughal Emperor Jahangir and obtained permission to establish trade centers in India. They also obtained Dastak right. That means doing trade without having to pay any taxes to the government. With all these advantages, the British gathered a lot of wealth, became more powerful than any other Europeans, and started to rule us. Okay, the last one came The British had their capital first at Kolkata. Kolkata was the first capital of the British. Okay. The last one, the French. French, the French established their French East India Company in 1664 CE. CE or Anno Domini. The last one, the French established in 1664 CE or AD the French East India Company in India. Okay, between the and Pondicherry was their capital. Pondicherry was the capital of the French. In order to take a control over southern India, many battles took place between the French and the British. These are known as Carnatic Wars. Okay. In the Third Carnatic War, the French were defeated and the British became victorious. There are many reasons for the decline of the French as well. First of all, the French East India Company was under the government control. That government didn't support the French in the in Indian territory, but the British East India Company was under the control of private body. They The British focused on their trade. In order to protect their trade interest, they entered politics. Okay, and the French Navy was weaker than the British one, and many internal disturbances, conflicts took place among the French officials, which also led to the decline of the French. Okay, like this, in this way, Europeans came to India. Among them, the British established their empire in India and ruled us till 1947. I hope this has become clear to you.